Welcome back to English with Gemma, where we turn English practice into progress. Firstly, I'm sorry if I sound a little weird. I'm a little bit under the weather, a little bit sick. I think I have a touch of this flu that's been going around. So, yes, apologies if I sound a little bit stuffy, which means when your nose is blocked. So today's mini-sode is going to be a little life update, and I'm going to be talking about how my New Year's resolution has been going. So I decided that for 2026, I would deactivate my personal Instagram account. And I've done this before in the past during the COVID pandemic. And I went 4 months without using any social media. And I only communicated with people through WhatsApp. This was back when I was also using Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, and I think that's it. So I just totally gave up all of those social medias, and I really enjoyed myself. I had a great time. I felt much, much better. And I've been feeling like for a few months just really exhausted by social media. So I thought to myself, why not do it again? Why not take another digital detox again? Because I know it works for me and I know it's something that I enjoy and that makes me feel better. Of course, it's not easy because, like a lot of us, I'm also quite addicted to my phone. I spend a lot of time scrolling and wasting time on social media, but it just doesn't serve me. It doesn't help me with anything. It wastes a lot of time, and it causes a lot of depression for me and anxiety because I'm constantly comparing myself to other people. I'm thinking, like, I'm not doing enough. I'm not traveling enough. I'm not working on my business enough because, everybody on social media is posting the highlights of their life and acting like everything is amazing, even when sometimes, a lot of the time, actually, that might not be the reality. We all post the best moments of our life online, and then we all compare ourselves to each other. We compare ourselves to these versions of reality that aren't even real oftentimes. So it's kind of stupid because we all do it. We like if you looked at my personal Instagram, you'd be like, wow, Gemma's life is so amazing. She goes on so many trips. She wears really cool outfits. She always has her makeup done, and like, no, I most of the time I stay in my bed and read my book and don't do anything exciting. But if you look at my Instagram, it tells a very different story. So I think a lot of us, have been kind of influenced to do that, to share the best possible moments of our lives and not really be our authentic selves online. So it's just something that I'm aware, like, that I was doing and other people are doing it. And I just don't want to waste my life online, like on a version in a version of reality that doesn't exist. Like, I'd much rather live in the real world with real people and real situations, and like look up from my phone and actually enjoy what I'm seeing with my eyes rather than through the lens of my camera. So that was kind of my idea of why I did this. And now I'm going to talk about um, the changes that I've felt in just the past 3 weeks since I chose to take a break from Instagram. I am so sorry if you can hear the construction that just decided to start in the background above me in my house. It literally wasn't happening before, and they just started drilling into the wall so loudly. So I'm really sorry if you can hear that. And I hope it doesn't throw off my focus because it's so friggin' loud. Anyways, with that being said, let's try to get into this, and hopefully you guys can't hear that horrible drilling noise. So, the first thing that I noticed was my focus has improved so much. Like, I'm able to just like watch a movie or watch a series and not have my phone in my hand. Like this is such a popular phenomenon that it actually has a name. It's called second screen viewing. And this means that when people are watching a movie or a series, the producers and directors of that show or movie are aware that people are second screen viewing, which means they're looking at their phone first and they just have the show on in the background. And that's why you may have noticed that so many series on Netflix now and so many movies are so like simple and explicit about the plot line. Like they will literally be like, we have to rescue the girl from this place. And then 3 seconds later, they're like, we are going to rescue the girl from this place. Like they're very, very obvious and explicit about what's going on. And it's because people aren't properly paying attention. They're on their phones and then they have these TV series in the background. So they are literally adapting how they produce TV shows and movies because of second screen viewing. So I am proud to say that I am no longer second screen viewing. I am just putting my phone down and I'm able to just watch a series or a movie without looking at my phone. And it's crazy how much more of the show I actually like notice. And I'm noticing even like little things in the background and stuff like that. So it's crazy and it's so simple. But I know a lot of you guys are probably doing the same thing. Like when you watch something, you always have your phone in your hand, or you're just checking it constantly for no reason. Like we just check things by like impulse, you know? It's like a reflex, like just picking up your phone and looking at it. And I'm doing that a lot less because I'm not going on Instagram. So I don't have anything to check. I'm only just replying to WhatsApp messages, but I don't need to constantly like pick up my phone and look at it because like I'm not going on Instagram, so there's nothing to do. Um that leads me into my next thing that I noticed, which is I just feel more conscious and like present in the moment, you know? Like even when I'm just on the bus or the metro or whatever, like I just see everybody like a zombie just glued to their phone looking down at it. And I'm just like happy to say that I'm looking out the window at the view or I'm interacting with somebody. Like it's just nice to not constantly be staring at a screen. Then another thing that happened is that I'm reading way, way more as a form of entertainment because I don't have my phone to rely on anymore. So I'm reading a book right now that I absolutely love. I'm reading A Court of Thorns and Roses, the second book. If you're into fantasy reading, you probably know this book. It has a huge fan base all over the world. So I'm on the second book and I could just sit and read for hours without doing anything else, without checking my phone. And it's a goal that I wanted to kind of achieve, which was just reading more books. And without the distraction of a phone, it's become way easier. So that made me happy. I also feel less tired. I feel less exhausted. My brain feels a bit more clear. I have a bit more energy. And I guess that's just connected to the fact that I'm not constantly staring at a screen and my brain is not constantly being bombarded, which means to be bombed with information. Like I just have less input coming into my brain. So I guess I'm just feeling less brain fog and less exhaustion, maybe. Um, I mentioned this earlier, but I feel a bit less like depressed and sad because I'm not able to compare myself to people constantly because I just don't see anything. And it's so nice. I can't tell you the amount of times I've spent hours looking at people's stories and be like, she's pregnant, she's getting married, oh, they just bought a house, they're traveling. And it's like, I don't care about these people. A lot of they're not my friends. They're just like people I know. And my real true friends, I will always know what's going on in their life because we talk on WhatsApp or we talk on video call. So it's just nice to feel like I'm not being distracted by these people's lives that I don't really care about. And I feel like that's giving me more time to be, to kind of like give more time to my real friends and invest more in like those proper friendships that I have rather than these like shallow acquaintances that I have on Instagram. And there's nothing wrong with like people getting married and having babies and buying houses. That's awesome for them. But it's oftentimes people that I don't really associate myself with. So I'm kind of just like, why do I know so much information about these people? Like, we all share so much information about ourselves online. And it's fine if we're just like talking to our close friends about it. But most of us have hundreds of followers on Instagram and we don't even know them that well, but they know everything that's going on with us and vice versa. So I've just kind of decided that I don't want to live my life like that. And I want to invest more into people that actually care about me and I care about them. And then finally, I feel less stressed and I feel like I have way more free time. Like there was so many days where I would just spend hours scrolling on Instagram and be like, "Oh, I didn't have time to do this today." And it's like, "No, you had time, but you just chose to stay on your phone." So, I feel like I have way more time. I feel less anxious and yeah, those are my things that I've noticed. So, if you are also thinking about taking a digital detox, I would say there's no reason not to. It's a great thing to do. These are all the benefits that you could possibly experience. And if you have done this in the past or you're currently doing it, taking a break from whatever social media, let me know how it's going. Let me know in the comments below. And yeah, feel free to share your story with disconnecting from the digital world a little bit. So, thank you guys so much for listening and watching. And until next time, bye.